Hey guys, this is your boy G. I am at Harley Davidson Atlantic City, and I'm looking at this new Sport Glide. I'm wondering if this is not a sleeper pick that people are missing out on. I love the Lotus rims. I'm not sure what this little baby fairing will or will not do. You could probably add a higher windscreen. It comes off. It comes with rear pegs, and it's very sleek, very narrow. You have the adjustable shock. I thought these looked chintzy online, but they actually look solid and usable. Obviously it's a Harley, so you just change anything you want on it. You don't like the seat, you get a touring seat or a solo seat or narrow seat or whatever. No heel scenario because no floorboard, but this is pretty thick spot. They are forward, and it's just a sharp bike. Look at the rear end, like. So let's take this for a ride. Obviously, one of the things I like about Harley is you throw a leg over easily. So we'll get the kickstand up. Doesn't come out as far as other Harley kickstands. And we'll pull the clutch in. We're in neutral. Yeah, the seat is firm, not cushy at all. So that's something to know right away. I'm gonna visor down this bad boy. Very light, very light. Clutch action, really good spot of engagement. And I'm excited. I just talked to a gentleman there named Zach. He might be the first salesman I've ever met at a motorcycle shop that actually loves what he does. Can't see anything out of this, so that's a problem. All right, here we go. Oh my Lord on the acceleration, but you guys know how I feel about this new engine anyway. And he was just like, take it as long as far as you want to take it, no rush. All right, so I will tell you that the baby fairing is like pretty much useless. It's just a look thing. I'm getting every single ounce of the wind. Now, we've had like a ridiculous heat wave, so I'm actually not complaining about it. It's cool. It's keeping me cooled off. Let's get some bumps. That new suspension. But yeah, definitely. And this does have cruise control right here. But definitely you're getting all the wind. You are, so this is kind of, maybe it's just because I'm short, but you are getting the, a tiny bit of lean forward. But look at these stubby little arms, you know? So it could be that. But that's something I've always had a problem with just as a whole, because I don't understand why a rider who wants a flickable bike wants their feet and their arms both out in front of them. If you look at racing, your feet are underneath of you, and so the ability to move your hips around and flick the bike around becomes better. But let's get down to this thing. The coolness factor is what I'm wondering if people aren't sleeping on. Like, this is a really, really sharp looking bike, and it like changes into a different looking bike, because you just get like a standard cruiser because the bags come right off. 6th gear is real smooth, by the way. The bags come right off, and this little baby fairing comes right off. People are passing me, but there's a lot of cops out today, so I'm going to be chill. Alright, I'm feeling some vibration, but I'm wondering if it's just that I'm not used to the full, the whole entire non-fairing wind thing. It'll obviously just go faster. Capability, I think if you buy it as is, what you've got is a nice overnighter, because if you're going to do more than that, You're going to need a more comfortable seat. You're going to need the bars to come back. You're going to need a windshield to just come up a little bit. Just take the wind off of your belly and up to maybe like your shoulders. And you know, if you're going to do this with your girl, then you need assisted, you know, maybe you want a rack if you're really taking it long distance. So right now what you've got is an instant overnighter. And considering, you know, if you look at my page and you see, you know, where I ride and the concept of like, you know, guys, what we really do most of the time is just ride in our local area and back and forth to work. So show me that ride. Show me the ride you actually do all the time. And I think for that kind of a deal where you're not a 55 to 65-year-old guy who's retired, works on the side, and takes a lot of super long distance trips, you mostly go back and forth to work, and every once in a while you and your boys can get out, or you and your lady can get out and do, you know, something mildly long, then this is ready. This is you're good to go. You buy this at, I think it's like 18, so that's getting into the cost, and you just go do your thing. You don't change anything. You just go, and you're living with the fact that you're getting hit with all the wind, but you're most of the time not in a situation where you're doing, you know, 75 miles per hour in the heavy wind, so you don't care. Before I sign off, I will say this about the bike. This bike lives up to the Harley name. I was looking at it online, and I think if you see this online, it's going to give you the impression that it's kind of cheap. And it is not. It is extremely well put together. Some really nice thought has been put into the appearance, the blacked out forks, you know, the idea of like something different, the interchanging the parts, taking them off real quick, putting them back on. It's very well thought out. You no longer have the you know, unusable mirrors. This is a nice bike, guys. Keep your eyes on the Harley Sport Glide. Your boy G, and I hope you like this piece. As always, like, share, and subscribe, because that's how I reach. That's my payment for giving you guys bike reviews, is tell somebody about me. And your boy G, and I'm out. Peace.